That was great. Next up, we have Storm Thomas. Yeah. That's right. Storm Thomas is a playwright, performance artist, educator, and award-winning poet originally from Los Angeles. Storm has performed in places around the country since 2010, ranging from Los Angeles to New York and Boston. Storm has a fierce love of artistic expression that grows beyond the bounds of poetry and is deeply rooted in the transformative power of theater. Storm has written, designed, and starred in numerous performance pieces and is currently pursuing an MFA in theater at Sarah Lawrence. Storm's work focuses on interrogating the intersection of race, gender, and sexuality. And I'm really glad that Storm decided to come to Sarah Lawrence for the MFA program because it's pretty clear that since coming here, Storm's work has become really widely respected around campus. So we're really lucky that Storm is here tonight.
Hi. My name is Storm, and when I do poetry, I go by Storm. So if we can't, can we do this like it's a slam, kind of? Okay, cool. Not that, I don't want you to judge, though. I don't want you to be like, oh, 10. I don't want that. But like, at a slam, what I love about slams is that it is interactive, it is vocal, that the audience is just as much a part of the piece as the performer is. So if you hear something that you like, let me know, right? You tell me, if a black body swings from a tree and no one is around to witness, does it make a sound? In this world, we are taught to only trust the skin that looks like our own, weathered and cracked. I know I'm the most comfortable around my own people. The kaleidoscope skins we are left with are shadows, sing Negro spirituals to the ground when we walk to remember how easily our blood can fall through the cracked roots. We are still swinging. So let me teach you something about the wind. It is new and unforgiving. The first thing that man said to me was, is you a bitch or a nigger? But nigger is not my preferred gender pronouns. When he spoke, it was wet with middle passage. I know broken is how we form English into skins. When he spoke, it was hollow, heavy like swollen shit bellies. I know cracked is our names. We are called nothing but own. So when he spoke, I felt the lynch mob hiding underneath his tongue, and I was silent. Careful not to auction off my body too freely. Being trans is knowing how to break yourself into secret revolts. It's railroading your skin underground for freedom. Passing is more than just words and slave stories, and somewhere I heard bones rattling like chains around my neck. I've learned all the ways to cover up the blood, but never how to cover up these wounds. I've learned all the ways to cover up my body, but never how to cover up this skin. Willie Lynch said it best. The way to control your black slaves for at least 300 years pit us against each other. So in a world where rape is an acceptable war tactic, don't tell me that hands cannot be ropes. Don't tell me that a dick is not a noose. I still cannot tell who I'm at war with. They pit us against each other. So when another black man rapes you in an Oakland public bathroom, sometimes you pray there are no witnesses. You try not to make a sound, because being black in America is trusting your rapist more than you trust the police. Being black in America is letting him go so you don't have to see another brown body put in chains and cages like it's something we earned. It's knowing that you would do it again. It's knowing that there is something bigger. Abolition isn't over until everyone is free. So tell me, how much would you really take to fight against slavery? Nobody is born broken. We are just cracked from the things that we cannot control. His fingers still feel like whips. My muscle memory cannot forget. Being black in America and being transgendered in America has taught me to be like the wind, unforgiving, and sometimes silent. You are the hole in my spine. I dare not stand as straight and as strong as I used to, now that you are gone. I do not have the gall to forget that you were the lining in my jawbone. The dark matter in my heart calls out your name. The extra distance I am finding in my neck these days is nothing but the haunting of you, my brother. The amalgamation of war in skin and sinew forgot that he lived in gravity, mistook himself as a wind chime, and fought one last time against what this world told him he could not be, weightless. And it all comes full circle. I look just like him. I fold in my chest to the outline of his. I carry him in the ridge of my knuckles. Our hands have the same muscle memory, so this tie around my neck will be nothing but the extension of my collarbone into flight. It wasn't the shirts. Tied together 2 blocks away from his favorite bar full of stained glass friends, it was the gravity that killed him. And the thing about gravity is that it pulls on us by our mass. And we both lived heavy. We both lived all too heavy in our names. We both young, black, queer, and breaking lived heavy. I have never hated my blood as much as watching my sister have to decompose onto your body. I want to seep into the marrow and watch nature reproduce your babble, you asshole, you drunk, you piece of shit cancer, eating me alive. You are eating me alive, so I hate you. I miss you. I despise the worms that are dining on your flesh, that you are being tasted again without your consent. I guess everything in this world comes full circle. I guess nothing in this world ever just dies. It has to get caught in something else's throat first, that you are being tasted again without your consent. You and I, we have always had so much in common. History must have something to do with it. Our deep tissue is both nigger and cracker, so it's no wonder you slaved away at finding the perfect way to string yourself up for freedom. How dare you, black man, choose to die by the rope, to taste the nigger in your teeth. I guess everything in this world comes full circle. I guess nothing in this world ever just dies. It has to get caught around someone else's throat first, can it? The last time we spoke, you asked me if I was proud of you. Don't you know that all I've ever wanted to be is just like you? So instead, gravity, I will call you murderer. You Benedict Arnold, promising me stability and giving nothing but the pulling of my veins. I will call you silence to a lamb and wonder if Kenneth was just trusting me. The thought of him leaving on his own is too heavy. It's been weighing me down these days. And I've always wanted to follow in his footsteps. What's so great about queer sex What's so great about queer sex is that it doesn't exist. What I mean is the words we have, penetrate, penetration, aggressive, passive, can never explain the way we make love. It's limb to limb, in bark and body, she enters me, an eyelash and bottom lip on top, each sweat bead to sell. The bars are the words that we use. Can never explain the sum of their parts are too weak. Understand that our language is too weak. You can needle and point and sew the letters together, mold the lines into fingerprints, sweat into duct tape them pretty, but come on, and on. We will never fit into your mason jars. There is a revolution in the way that she touches me. By revolution, I mean movement. I mean back and forth and steady, occupy me. I mean move in. Dismantle the tissue that holds in my sex, Hollow me of these words because they don't exist, and I love that. Fuck me breaking beehive into body. Boy, bang to beautiful this skin. Battle groom bone into breast because there is a war out there. But it doesn't exist, and our boys are out there, but real boys don't exist. These words are just the sum of their parts. If they're too weak, in definition, they don't really exist. These words are just the sum of their parts, and they're too weak in definition, so they don't really exist, and I love that. A friend of mine, he tells me that he believes in clocks, but he doesn't believe in time. And I said, that shit don't make no damn fucking sense. That's like believing in racism, but not believing in colonization or American empire. You cannot have one without the other, but you better know, this friend, he called me boy, called me he. New to build, brick to bolden, and butterfly forget-me-nots. This is no accidental packer or binder or sunstrip strap-on. I don't wear this shit for fun. Come on. And on. We will never fit into your mason jars. What's so beautiful about broken is that we give in it. I mean, we move in it. What's so beautiful about this system is that it doesn't exist without the love of these words. We believe in time. We can change these words that we believe in time. We can change. I don't believe in gender, but I live in its pronouns, so who you think I am doesn't exist. I give in it. I mean, move in it. I mean, occupy me every day. We use bodies to fight against gender. I mean, we use words to fight against this system. You cannot have one without the other, can't embody, because everything is a binary. Since the beginning of time, since the beginning of mankind, men are the kind that we are taught to think of first, and everything outside of it doesn't exist because we only have words to describe women, weak, faggot, good for burning. We only have words to describe it as what a man is not, so fight. Fuck. I honestly don't know who I am without this fight. I honestly don't know who I am without these words, but she, limb to limb, embarks on my body, and when I scream, words don't exist, and I love. Thank you all very much for listening.